just go over the top and see what we can find their position. This south edge, though, across the fields, is going to get brutal. And Gen G eat first blood, and there's claws to go down. Go sending in towards some of those ruins positions too. They've already lost Alva, and that's a flush from Falak.
Circle, which is a bit worrisome, but it's playable. It's definitely playable towards the end game. Goat's finding Patino from Loops. Yeah, getting the same circle again is a weird one, right, John? Where you kind of make some adjustments to your last game, maybe patch up some holes in your playstyle.
I mean, it is absolutely, and given that teams were sort of all in very similar drop spots as well, it's got to play out maybe fairly similarly. But Falak's down, and that is bad news for Inner Circle fans. Looks like they are going to rally the troops, though, and it's just Krypton close by. Could potentially be more trouble around the corner, but at the moment, T24 just drawing attention. Yeah, they're going to be able to get this res. Rosemary moving into position, though. There's an off angle. He looks for it, and Snape gets the spray down as well. Two players from Alter Ego able to line up the shots, and now Inner Circle have lost another player. This is a good little pickup for Alter Ego, working the ground around them.
I mean, they had a little bit of damage done to them earlier, but it's Wolves in a 4v4 with them and Reject, and it is going swimmingly well as Reject will hit the deck. Wolves retain all 4 players up, and that is a convincing finish there for them. In the meantime, Inner Circle are just getting battered and bruised by Alter Ego. Not happy with them taking down one of their players earlier in Alva. The north side keeps Everest in. Damn, goodness me. But APG get a central circle and prank no more. Dark with
the pace difference in this match. We'll see what can get done. OG still lining the top of Everest with Papra Supermassive trying to move in, but with APG down beneath them, taking shots, and with OG up the top, you don't imagine that's going to be super successful.
Snape just stood on top of Chips' position. Yeah, so that we'll find him. Let's get down off there. What are you doing? Sit on the rooftops. Then he goes in, won't find any damage. But for Alter Ego, it looks like he's starting to come to a little bit of a close here for them. I think it's tough rotates from here on out. For APG, though, they are just fully committed to the 4-man hold.
Ooh, the nade. It's just Krypton now, I believe, left for Alter Ego. As he keeps it on going, though, wants to get stuck into the fight. Null boot. Around the corner, does go down. Chips has an off angle. There's someone across the way, but Krypton finds the inside of the building. A little shack, but the Molotov burns the door away. A mad dash across, and Krypton's just juking him out right now. Osal hopping in with the auto shotty. The healing's there. He's looking for Snake, but no! He's beneath the boxes. A spin around. He got the heal off as well, but it's just Chips now on the inside. D+ have a nightmare sent their way, and GS can close them down here and now.
I mean, that predict on the Molotov was something serene in that moment. Love to see it. The fact that he's able to jump out there in time and then quickly get in cover and get the first aid off. I don't think D+ Kia is expecting that kind of resilience from a solo. GS now looking to finish off the players from D+ they get out, but they've also got other concern, which is getting into the circle itself. 9Z moving over towards where APG were playing, hoping to take control back again of a position they held before.
APG's nades. Fending off against Team Secret and 9Z. Ooh, this is nasty stuff. Only 2 players alive for 9Z. Nade just a bit long there from top. Onto the 2 from 9Z. Won't quite be able to find it. Team Secret, I feel like their position is going to get weaker and weaker as fights around them conclude. They need to start pushing in and start gaining ground inside this building.
There's a slight waste of grenades there coming through from APG. I think the first couple were fine, you know, just on the off chance you're able to hit something. What is Bond doing on Tiamba? Yeah, I mean, sure. I don't know why you thought it was a solo. That'd be a great place to try and live out the rest of the game. Is that one of the most contested areas of the map?
Hey, look, Aking's going to give it a go as well. In the meantime, though, Wolves flex out of their compound. They push up Everest. They crunch Goat in between them and OG. A lot of damage inflicted by Coops towards Goat, and it is going to leave.
For time for a team like OG to start picking up some big points off the back of this one. I think I like this flex out over towards the eastern side. Leaving WizGod behind to fend off the two players from Goat is a good idea. Not likely Goat's going to push, and these players on the east can start to take shots over towards GS or even the Falcons as they attempt to come on in.
Ooh, Ratto Boy wants to try and find the spray. Gen G will look at a regroup, but they had to give one up. I think that's Tiamba out. Yes, it is. They will go down in 12th. No, Raptor Boy tries to shut the door behind him. Nice and polite, but that's not going to get you anywhere. Falcons and GS, though, are clashing heavily on this hilltop. At the moment, it's going both ways and taking knocks, and Falcons finally finding an advantage, but in rolls Esso. He's down from across the way. It's a tanky taking the shot. Are the Falcons still alive? Only just, but the blue zone's here, and Redox desperately trying to heal it, and he can't get it done. The bandage is not fast enough. And that is two teams isolated with one spray down from a tanky.
Yeah, I mean, the easy stuff. And this is exactly what I was talking about, is that flex out towards the eastern side. It's the obvious choice, and it's well done. That clears a massive amount of space. Finally, Top is able to hit a disgusting grenade, so maybe not a waste after all. Just needed to find the right angle on it. Genji, your arms aren't that strong. I'm gonna be real with you. This is some unreasonably long lobbing distance.
Very ambitious. I like the spirit, you know? Unfortunately, that's not what counts. It's if you actually get the nade on in. That's what you're looking for. I mean, Team Secret, they believe them, though. That's the thing.
They really do. They're like, oh, it's a bit scary.
Wait,
maybe we could send one back.
Ooh,
There's some okay nades. Good chip damage as well.
Molotov just goes a little bit long. They're not quite sinking them down.
Oh, it
into the
corrals
drain.
them though.
It does do that. Yeah, you're right. And actually forces one of them out. That will be a nade range of Gen G. Maybe now they should have had the nades. Unfortunately, not to be. The nades keep sinking in, but the heal's coming through to keep them safe. There's shots. Who's that coming from? That's Wolves. Doran able to shut down Ziol, and they have to back it off. Seems like this compound makes teams think that they can peak when they shouldn't. Doc, learning from that last match, moves out to where we saw Rosemary flex out to last time.
Yeah, I mean, in that spot as well, your biggest issue is the fact that to get the airburst on where Team Secret's playing, you have to push far enough out to lob the grenade down. The only way you can do that was with a smoke, but then you're throwing the nade blind, so you have to kind of hope for it. And if you don't use the smoke, then Wolves have that angle from the western side. So Team Secret actually is really quite safe right now, honestly. It's difficult for APG to remove them, and now because they're closer towards the center, APG has a big problem on their hands.
WizGod is peeked over the ridgeline and immediately is humbled on the peak. Doesn't go down though, which could be crucial. Go on a mad crash. Let's see if they can cling on, if the hooves have got enough grip to make it to somewhere, to anywhere that they can find. They've got to some trees, they've got to a rock or two. Maybe they'll stay alive for just a moment longer. This fight in the compound just doesn't seem to want to conclude. OG
nice.
To fully isolate. That's the nade they were looking for. That is what they wanted to find, and the first knock is finally going to come through.
Nice.
A second, a third as well. That's the off angle coming in, and it will be devastating for them. A fourth nade, maybe they'll find it. Reefus does go down in the meantime. Doc should be on picking that one up. That nade's going to go wide. Just the one player now left standing, and Ziol spots him. The off angles do too. The Wolves are going to have a say.
I mean, a tanky's picking up points from the back of this as well over towards Team Secret. Again, it's not an easy nade to throw for Ziol. It really does quite take some precision. Doc makes that one look pretty easy though, but again, it's Doc. It's Doc, so we have to
getting that off angle, using the time available to him without that blue zone on the pressure. And yeah, WizGod, he's done and dusted. Will be flushed out now. Wolves playing from that western side. They've been a little bit quieter than the other teams. They moved into their position early. You liked it, Blank. It seems like they felt it too. Coops using this high ground to the best of his advantage whilst he still can, but needs to start to evacuate now. With the blue zone pushing through, that is going to be further
pushes before for OG. And I think it's closing the match, which is still the thing that they are struggling to do here.
Oh, you can't let that happen as well. The solo position coming through from D+. That's going to split and really diminish this power, this position for OG. Aru kind of isolated.
Bit of assistance coming through on the sidelines there.
No way.
And that's the... Again, they know that Chips is here. APG, I think this is a win. It should be a win, right? For Wolves, if they're able to take the fight to APG, though, that is a massive thing for them. For Wolves, it will certainly put some confidence back in them, which I think they're absolutely pretty bad news. 12 elims so far for APG. A nade down the hillside to confirm this knockover towards Chips. He just about jumps out the way. Doc?
It's the buggy reposition.
Hello?
The nade is long. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, dear. Doc moves out as well. Chips finally goes down. It's Batten to be able to find that. So that is solidified. Doc.
Find safety in numbers, but what they need here is angles over towards APG, and they're unwilling to go for them. Baton just exposes himself there. Zol's immediately stepping up. Now just 2 players remaining. Coops would need 2 massive nades to finish from now. And it's definitely, it should be a 16 elim game here coming through for APG, barring some craziness from the Wolves.
You would think so. As they get that flush, they're up to 14 already. They're grouped up a little bit, and there's still a couple of nades left. They're all being unleashed now, though. None of them really connecting. Doc a little bit further away than that. The bounce around the side. He just steps out in time. Doc just about in cover. He knows nades. He knows what's going on there. And there go the Molotovs, the utility. Zol stepped up and does get taken down. Coops needs to commit to the heal right now, and there's no nades in response. There's still, no, they don't have any. It's only 1 nade on the Wolves' back pocket. That gets sent forwards towards top. Goes long. Coops forced into the trade. From the high ground, will not be needed. The backup not there. Thoro behind the tree will get burnt away. And APG, I don't know if they got that last elim, but they were able to hold onto the zone, hold onto the game this time around. And it is a different team that we're seeing from the Gauntlets who've stepped into Group Green.
Yeah, I mean, if you're an APG fan, you're probably like both not surprised and quite annoyed, right? You're not surprised that APG is suddenly doing really well, and you're both kind of annoyed that they didn't play like this during the Gauntlet stage. Again, it is one of those moments, though, where that interview with Seven was actually very telling, where Doc admits a mistake. And I do think that this team almost required humbling within the Gauntlet. For them, it was more like the Forge. They were getting